What's up YouTube? My name is Cal and I'm the host of Beyond The Cutz, where I cover the ups and downs of owning a barbershop. And today I'm going to be covering the booking system Squire. And honestly, it was a journey with these guys and I'm so relieved I'm going to be leaving them soon. So let's go through the ins and outs. Story time. I'm going to tell you guys how I got introduced to Squire. So originally I was with Fresha, and I will do a separate video reviewing Fresha and the reason why I left it. However, someone played with my head and told me about Squire and convinced me Squire was this holy grail of booking system. It was 5 barbers, 4 barbers, yada yada yada, and their sales rep hyped it up, but this sales rep lied his teeth out. He made me believe my buddy signed up for the highest tier. And yes, I tried calling my buddy, but he didn't answer his phone, and the sales rep was so convincing, so I decided to sign up. And with the highest tier, you get your own branded app. However, he left out a lot of details, which I'm going to cover, and basically the onboarding was a fucking nightmare, and I hated it. So right now although I kind of got stuck with Squire, and I'll explain why later, I'm honestly leaving them in a couple weeks here, and I can't be happier. I'm going to review this booking system I'm moving to down the road after I've been with it for a while. So let's get started. So this is Squire's homepage. Over here you can see the pricing, what the company's about, the resources, features, all the stuff you're going to see on a booking app you're going to find here. It's pretty neat, I'll give them that. They know how to kind of set up their homepage. And it's cool. It makes you believe it's something built by barbers for barbers. But as the journey goes on, you guys will see it's not that. Honestly, they have it overhyped for no reason. So you can hit start for free, which will take you to their get started page. So over here, you gotta tell them a little bit about yourself. I run a shop with barbers, I rent a chair, I own my own studio, I'm a student barber, I'm looking for barbers. For me, I run a shop with barbers. Then you can set up a demo, and they basically get in touch with the sales rep, and the sales rep's gonna lie his teeth out, make you believe this is the best booking system ever. It's for barbers, by barbers, yada yada yada. Cut the bullshit, it's not. So let's go over the pricing. So if you're an independent barber, so this is someone who works from home, they can sign up for $30 a month. This is in USD. It comes with a free trial. For a full shop, you got $50 a month, unlimited barbers, shop management, no-show protection, free text reminders, front desk kiosk, so that's the POS system, the reporting dashboard. For $150 a month, you get the AI engagement tool, which is really nice. I'll go over that later. Unlimited email and text message marketing, so that's blast campaigns. I will also go about that later. It's unlimited, but again, by barbers for barbers, I'm not buying it. You got a branded web page, which is cool. The Google review booster, so this is the one I'll talk about later as well. But if a client comes to the shop 3 times, does 3 appointments, and you cash out those appointments, you will be able to send them automatically a text and an email asking about their visit and if they'd be willing to leave you a Google review. Multiple locations. Again, they don't mention this, but you got to pay for each location. And then you have the $250 a month, which they lied to me and made me sign up for, saying, buddy, signed up for this. Branded app, absolute bullshit. You got to pay more for the branded app, actually. If it's on Apple, you got to pay yearly to have an Apple developer account, and you got to pay for a Google Workplace account yearly. So it basically takes this from $250 a month to about $260, $270 from what I recall. I didn't sign up for I didn't get the branded Apple app. I just stuck to the Android one because it was free and they did it for me. So that's basically it. This is all in American, FYI, just so you guys know. Let's dive in. Alright, so this is the homepage. As you can see, you got your barbers right over here. You can enter their profile, click next available. You can search for appointments. You can see your week. You can see your appointments side by side. You can see your week, or you can do a list. I've personally never used the weekend list. You can actually select which barber you want to see. So let's say you want to do only myself, you could do myself, or you could select 2, 3, whichever you want. You can block off time. So there's 2 ways to do this. You can either click here and then select it, or, which I like and it's fast and convenient, drag and drop. It's perfect. This is so convenient for my barbers because they don't have to finick around with it too much. Drag and drop, block off time, go have your lunch, go for your smoke, whichever you want. You can select the date from here. You can jump to today's date. Reason why I'm not doing that, and I chose a date like January 8th where we have no appointments, just for the privacy of our customers. You can add an appointment 2 ways. You can either click the button right here, or you can select this time slot. So let's do 10 a.m. on January 8th. You can select as many services as you want. Every time you select, it adds the minutes right over here. Now, one thing I truly do hate about Squire is they don't have a walk-in option, a walk-in profile. You have to create one. So I'm going to type walk-in right here. And as you can see, I have so many. If I just type walk, there's so many more. It's super annoying. With Fresha, I had a walk-in option where I just select it, boom. No need for customer's profile or anything like that. But when it comes to creating a customer profile, for example, let's say John Doe. So I type John Doe. It gives me every single John or anyone who has John in their name. Even though their name's not John Doe, it still shows it to me. And it's so frustrating because sometimes my barbers won't read the client's phone number. So when we do it is we don't actually type the client's name. When we're booking someone in, we'll just type in their phone number. So let's do my phone number, for example. And if I am in the system, it will show me my profile. But if I'm not in the system, it will find the next closest profile to that phone number, and it could be way off and still prompt it. And if my barbers aren't paying attention to this, they'll book an appointment for someone else under this guy's, profile, and that customer will get the notification, and then he's calling the shop like, "Oh, I didn't know I had an appointment." Sorry, you didn't. Mistake on our hand. Anyways, that's just one thing I don't like. Another thing, so if you guys have noticed on the screen, I can't book for, so see, all right, so this is my first frustration with Squire. Let's say you're booking an appointment and it's for a father and 2 sons. With Fresha, you could assign each barber to the service that they're going to be providing. For example, if I'm doing a haircut myself, I can assign that haircut to myself. And let's say there's a kid's cut. Well, with Fresha, I can select kids cut and then I can select another barber for that service. With Squire, if I want to do that, I have to do separate appointments. I can't have it booked under one group appointment. I have to do it separate. Now, clients are able to do this. They can select group appointments and they can select the barbers they want and what service they want. It's good for the clients, but it's super frustrating for the barbers. And if this is truly a platform by barbers, wouldn't you want to make it easier for barbers, not harder? So this is what made me believe it really wasn't by barbers. But that's just my opinion. You guys can tell me what you think in the comments. So over here you have messages. So you can see when a client has replied to their text message, confirmation text, letting you know that they're not going to be able to make it. Or you could text them letting them know like, "Hey, where are you? We're waiting for you. Are you still coming?" You can also do the cash register over here, which I'll go over a little bit later. And then this is the help where you can message, tell them what's going on, and they'll kind of help you with their AI assistant. Pretty useless, to be quite honest. So I would go over the clients page, but it's pretty straightforward. You just list all your clients from A to Z. You click on the client to get their info. Due to client confidentiality, I'm not going to be going over that. But so next I'm going to be going over the staff and how to add staff. So let's get to it. So over here is the staffing page where you can see all your barbers, the emails, the numbers, and you can actually view deleted barbers as well. and reinstate them if you want. This is really cool in case a barber doesn't have another barber's number. They can just come on here, get it, text them, let them know what's up. For when I'm away, allow my managers to do this, and only my managers. So let's go ahead and add barbers now. So over here, you can add a barber's profile picture. You can put in all their names. I already have John Doe set up for us. You can hit next. So for the services, I don't know why it's not automatically signed for every service, but you got to go in and select them. It is what it is, I guess. Again, by barbers, for barbers, not really buying it. Over here, you got the notifications. So my barbers have informed me they want absolutely 0 emails. So I uncheck all the emails. For when clients arrive, my shop's, it's pretty big, but we can see every client that comes in. So we know who has arrived. We don't go and check them in. And then for the reminders, I allow my barbers to have a 45-minute reminder of when their upcoming client is coming. And then for the client's reminders, I keep it as is. If the client wants to opt out, they can opt out on their own. Okay, so for scheduling, you can choose their start day and when their end date. So let's say you have a temp barber that's joining you for 3 months. You can set a temporary schedule for them. I basically don't do this. You start, you don't want to work with me. There's so many other shops. It is what it is. You can set their times when they start, what days they're not working. For example, you don't want them working Wednesdays and every Monday. Their days off, you can come over here, select from which day to which day. So from the 1st to the 7th, and it automatically does it for you. And then when it comes to their days on, you can select, let's say if they don't work a Sunday and you want them to work a particular Sunday, you can select that Sunday. Now this is where another problem I have with Squire is, where they say it's by barbers for barbers. These aren't my shop hours. Why is it I have to go manually for every day and set up the shop hours? Why does it not match the shop hours automatically? And if it's the day on, if I'm selecting the Sunday, and you know our Sundays are 10 to 3, why is it not automatically being done? Again, not buying the by barbers stuff. When it comes to permissions, the only one I uncheck is contact info. I don't want my barbers seeing our customers' contact info in their app. There's no need for that. And then over here, you got the options for taking bookings without payments. So for us, we trust our clients to show up to all their appointments. If there's 3 no-shows, then I inform that client at the second no-show that if they do it one more time, they will become a prepaid client only, and they will have to prepay for their appointments. They get it. Clients can book in 30-minute intervals, and for barbers, I have it 20-minute intervals. This just allows us time to work in between clients, and if we're running a little behind, we have time to work on that client before our next one shows up. And then they're able to book 30 minutes ahead, and they can cancel an hour ahead. And then you can hit save, and that barber will be added to your list. Next, we're gonna go over services. So over here, you got your services. You can see the names, the duration, the price, the taxes, and if it's enabled, you can export them. You can add categories. You can actually reset your service order. Let's add a service. So let's do beard color. You can add the description, get your beard colored, the category, apply the taxes, and set the duration, let's say 30 minutes, and then the pricing, let's say $45. Online visibility, you could make it prepaid if you want, you know what I mean? Not necessary. And then the kiosk is for it to be in the register. And then you go ahead and hit save. But I'm not going to do that. So cancel. And you could reorder it the way you want. So just click and hold. So it's done like that. That's basically it for the services. Now we're going to check out the products. So over here is your products page where you can kind of see, you can put a product order, you can add products, and adding products is kind of like adding a service. You just choose the name, the description, the category, the brand, and the vendor. Once you have all that set and the pricing, I'm pretty sure clients can buy directly from the Squire app or the booking system. I haven't set any products up because I feel like there's no need for it. If a client wants to buy a product, they can come into the shop, see the product, try it out, and buy it on the spot. This could be useful for some, but for me, I just didn't really find it necessary to set up. So there's that. You can see categories and brands. So over here, you can set up a brand. So write the brand name, and then you can upload a photo of the brand. Yeah, that's basically it when it comes to the product page. Next, we're going to go over the reports. So over here for reports, you can choose the time frame you want. So let's say we're going to do December 1st to 31st. Hit submit, and it will show you who's in the lead, business productivity, net sales, how many services were sold, who has the highest ticket. I find like Fresha just had a better one, to be honest with you. So I didn't find the reports to be as on point as Fresha. Yeah, it's a little bit more detailed, but to me it wasn't. So the POS for us is online bookings, and then the Squire card. I don't have a card with Squire. Like, I don't know what that's talking about. When we close the services, this is what it shows. But you have to, like, if you never close your services, these numbers won't add up. And then you can see, you know, how many services, like how many haircuts you've made. Again, I don't know what the Squire card is. This is just, to me, it's not really, it's not like Fresha, honestly. With Fresha, I was able to sit with my guys, like we were able to go over the reports, how you guys are doing, where they needed to improve, right? So yeah, when it comes to the reporting, it's just all over the place. I don't like it. I don't utilize it. It's kind of one of the reasons why I haven't had my quarterly meetings with my barbers, because it's not accurate, and I can't go into a meeting with my barbers for the performance if I don't have accurate numbers. And this is one of the biggest reasons why I am leaving Squire. So yes. Now we're going to jump into engagement. This is one of my favorite parts of Squire, honestly. It's the only thing I do love, and I hope you guys enjoy it as much as I do. It's been its saving grace, to be honest. So let's get into that right now. So this is the campaign section. This is where you're able to campaign to your clients via text and emails. It shows you what you've sent out, how many clients you've reached, how many have opened. They like to say that if you have anything above 30, it's amazing. I don't believe it. I think I had with Fresh, I was hitting like 60, 70 feedback. Here, it doesn't tell you how many clients opened up text or emails. It just says, this how many were opened. Like, useless. So we're going to go ahead and create campaign. So this is what I love. They have an AI feature that can basically create the whole campaign for you. So send out last minute notification. No, not notification. Update that Cal will be away from Jan 1st to the 8th. And then you hit go. So it analyzes it. Not the best AI system, to be honest, but it does get the job done sometimes. I find it's a hit or miss with it, but I like to do it. So you go ahead, generate my campaign. It does it for me. And then it makes a nice little image. Well, typically it does. Today it didn't, but it makes this one. So it's like the background photo for the email. And then SMS, it gives you what the SMS is going to look like, and you can edit it, and then the push notification. And you can edit it, and then you can hit next. So when you hit review campaign, it'll tell you to how many clients it's going to send out, when they'll send it out. And because it's a one-time, there's no end date. You can send it to yourself first just to see how you like it. You can choose the light and dark version to see what it's going to be like, and then hit next and it'll send it out. So that's what I like, honestly. Another feature that I have, so let me show you guys right here, scheduled. So these ones, it's indefinite. It never stops. It sends it out to each client that's lapsed. It sends it out to every new client we've had. It's reoccurring. It never stops. I like it. One thing they don't really tell you about their campaigns or their text messages is after you've closed an individual 3 times, they will send them a text or an email asking how their experience was and if they'd be willing to leave us a Google review, which I personally do like. I think that's wicked. But I find that not too many people do jump online to leave us reviews via that method. More like if they had an amazing experience, which they do. My reviews speak for themselves. But yeah, when it comes to the way Squire does it, it doesn't work for me. So that's that. You got the help center. We're going to jump into that next. And you guys, so when you click help center, it doesn't really keep you in the booking appointment app. It just takes you to a whole nother page and you can research what you need help with. Over here, you can stay informed, what their updates are, the quick start guide, and all that stuff. I personally didn't use it. It is what it is. If I have a problem, I just reach out to my rep. And then finally, so settings. This is where we're going to go over. This is where a lot of people found confusion and difficulty. So we're going to go over that now. So when you click on the settings, you're put onto your page. This is where you put in your barbershop name, your website, your phone number, the email, the inventory alert email, how much you start your cash register drawer with. So this right here, how much you stop, and a description for your shop, which I'm surprised I don't have, but I'll definitely get to that. And then preferred methods of notification. So even though I have it set up like this here, when I'm setting up a new barber, I have to manually do it to match this. It doesn't just match. And then our hours are set right here. Again, you leave your notification. So this is where you can set your location, preferred language, and then I don't know why you would need a 21 plus only. And then this is when you set up the percentages for tips online. And then booking tip, confirmation, you hit save. And then, so over here, user settings. This is new. So apply, so English, yeah. Barber settings. So this is where, I didn't know this one. So client booking intervals, your booking intervals. So we have 15 minutes. I thought I had it set at 20. And then you set up your taxes. This is where you make the GST. You can add more tax, payment processing. So this is where, so this I had a very hard time getting set up. So even though I set it up, so when it came to the payment processing with Squire, they were trying to get me onto their POS system and their online payments. And even though I did everything 100% the first time around, it kept on giving me an error and it just was super frustration. And even though I'm verified and everything checks, still get an error when I log on to Commander saying that my payment isn't up to date and I need to update it. Super annoying, super frustrating. So if your barber's on commission and you strictly stick to Squire for your POS, your cash flow and everything like that, over here is how you set up the commission system so that it automatically pays out to their bank accounts if they set up their payment processing as well. So this is where you set up your discounts, and you can see we have 10, 50, and 25% off programs. You can set up the loyalty programs. So for loyalty, you can set up based off transactions, minimum transaction goal, and then how much you reward them with. The $42, I basically have it set with if they come, they get a haircut and they leave an X, I think it's 15% tip. It comes up to like 41 something. So we reward them with $42. That covers the haircut and the tip. Here you can see waitlisting, how many hours, and then promo codes. So this is where you can make promo codes to have included in emails and text message campaigns. You can chat with your support. And then here is the Stripe Capital. So over here, you can basically apply to get investment through Stripe. I don't use the POS as often as I'm tied in with Clover, so I don't qualify for this. And because I don't qualify for it, I don't get capital, which is fine. So this is the cash register. Over here, you can basically check out clients. So let's say I'm the one that did the service, I did a haircut, and then let's say Roy did another haircut. This does not qualify as a group booking. This is just a cash out. And then you hit charge and you can hit the POS. You can enter the card manually, pay by gift card or pay by cash. And then you could choose the client, so you can write the client's name and info. And then if they have a loyalty or promo code, which let's see, let's say walk-in, and then you can add the promo code and loyalty and then hit, and it'll cash them out, charge. You can add products. This is the cash register, so this is how the sales at the end of the day. This is where I can kind of see if someone's paid online. I just come here and I check, and then I add it to my numbers at the end of the day. As you can see, the current balance is 130. We never close the cash register. It's just, like I said, we don't really use the POS system for Squire, so I don't close my cash register. In order to finish a sale, I have to have a cash register open, but because I don't really utilize it, I don't ever close it. And then this is daily summary as well. So just like the cash register, you can see who's been cashed out. You can see who's paid online. You can do a custom charge. So beard color, and then you can do the amount and then charge. So that's one way. And then gift cards. So this is where you can add gift cards. So for us, it tells me how many gift cards I have issued, what's the remaining outstanding balance, and I can review everyone's gift card, and I can actually top up the gift card. So I hit top up, and I can top it up for them. And if they're no longer have that gift card, I hit delete, and it works. I can add a gift card over here, add the gift card number, and then the amount, and then hit add card. And that's basically it when it comes to Squire, the web app. So now we're going to jump into the mobile app. You're going to see the Commander app for the shop, and then I will show you as a barber, and then we'll review the one for client. So this is the Commander app. It's pretty straightforward. You can see who's working. You can't click on their names to see their next availability. If you want to book an appointment, you can either hit the plus sign to book appointment or block time, or you can hold down the hand and select which one you want to do. You can see your daily summary for the shop. You could see what transactions were made. You can engage with your clients, and then you could see your profile. So the profile part really does suck. It's nothing special. And then you could change password, chat with support, or go to barber experience. So this is where it's a little bit different for the barber compared to the shop. I'm going to log in and show you guys. So this is the barber experience here, where you can see your daily, your weekly, by clicking here, clicking 3-day week, or schedule view. You can see what each day is looking like. You can see the clients over here. You can see what your sales were like, who you had come in, and when you closed your sales. And then you could see your retention rate and your productivity for the last quarter. You can click to see all reports. So you can select your date. Let's do from the 1st to now. So it tells you how much you've done, how much refund you've refunded, discounts. Again, I don't understand the refund part because I haven't refunded anyone. I haven't given anyone discounts. Oh, well, I've done the discounts and I've done the promo codes online, and then my average tips that were collected online. And then you can do breakdown. Again, not really the best app for bookings. And then you can actually, if you're at another barbershop, you could choose another barbershop. And that's basically it. So you download the Squire app to book an appointment. This is exactly how it looks like. You can find barbershops nearby. You can search for a barber, and then you can sign up or sign in. So let's do that. So after you log in, you can add your appointments via adding a confirmation code to look up your appointment. You can see upcoming appointments here. You can see what cards you have on file. You can book with the barbershops you have over here. So I know barbers don't like this. They don't like when clients can see other shops around them. They would prefer to see just themselves. So that's one thing I know barbers aren't too fond of, is when they're able to see other barbershops. But you can come on here, look up a barbershop, and then see. So the branded app looks exactly like this. Once you click on it, this is what you see. So you click on it, you choose the profession, you choose the professional, you choose the service. So right here, okay, I chose kids. Add guest to order, and then boom. So it's not really convenient. You can add more than, it is what it is, but choose a time. So now no times available. So we're working together on Wednesday. So we got to find times available. So boom, boom, 10:30. At least that's that. Go to checkout, and then hit continue. And then you got to agree. And then once you hit agree, it basically confirms the appointment, and we get notifications that the appointment's been booked. But that's basically it. Like, again, nothing too special. A lot of barbers I do speak to who do use Squire do tend to tell me that they have a better experience with the web app compared to the iPhone or the Android app. Their branded app, by the way, is bullshit. Doesn't notify your clients when you have promotions, doesn't let them know about any campaigns you got going on. So if they have the branded app, it's basically useless besides booking apps. They can just download the Squire Commander app and get more out of that. So that's Squire. That's everything you need to know when it comes to booking appointments, adding your barbers, and the whole user interface. And when it comes to the onboarding, honestly, for me, it was a nightmare. It took about 5 days to get onboarded. But for a friend of mine, 5 weeks. Like, what the heck? 5 weeks and she wasn't onboarding. That's more than a month. What the hell, Squire? You guys claim to be a booking app by barbers, for barbers. Bullshit. Why did I stick with them? Well, I was ready to walk away. And honestly, I got in touch with the sales rep. I got in touch with the onboarding team. I'm like, I'm done. Screw you guys. I don't want to have you guys connected to my barbershop. They do lie a lot. So one thing they didn't tell me when they were onboarding me, which really did piss me off and made me want to leave them, is if a client pays online, there's a service fee for that payment, which to me doesn't make sense. You're already charging me $250 a month. Why are you charging my clients an extra service fee? So I was ready to walk away. And what kind of saved them is Alan is my service rep who gets in touch with me to help me when I'm having problems. And I told her I was done. I didn't want to be with Squire no more. I just want to cut ties and, you know, I'll switch to back to Fresha. And she's like, no, please, this, that, this, that. She brought down my payment from 250 American to 125 Canadian. That was the saving grace. The second saving grace, which they don't tell anyone about, and you will not find it anywhere on their website, is they have a mentor who will connect with you once or twice a month to help you overcome any challenges you may be facing in the shop. And his name was Jared. Love this guy. He's absolutely amazing. His teachings have leveled me up so much in the barbering game. And it has helped me become that much better of a store owner, a manager, and it has helped my team grow and develop. And when it comes to finding barbers, the tips and tricks he's helped me implement into recruiting barbers have been phenomenal. And this is all I will be sharing on my YouTube page in the future, hopefully. But God bless Jared's soul. I love the man, wicked guy to talk to, and I really do enjoy his convos. I am going to miss them when I do eventually leave Squire here shortly. But for the meantime, I do have a meeting with him on the 30th in 2 days. Looking forward to that. So Jared, thank you for everything. If you ever do watch this, man, you have helped me a lot in my shop, and I do hope more people do discover you because you're wicked. And that's basically it. If you guys have any questions at all, please don't be shy. Leave them down in the comments. I will be answering everything. And if you find this video is too long, don't worry, I'm making a shorter one that I will leave a link down below. Take care.